Hi, everybody. What time is it? Well, today is a Wednesday, and I just wanted to come in here and give you guys a little story. I guess, what story do I want to pick today? I guess I want to tell you guys about the first time I had a date, I guess you would say. And this is back when I was working in New Orleans and I was stripping. And I was actually stripping in two clubs. One was actual a transsexual club, and the other one was called Monkey Joe's. And no, I'm sorry, the Monkey Bar, and that was like off Canal Street. If anybody knows where New Orleans is, and you've been there, then you would know where Canal Street is, because that's like the main street besides Bourbon Street. So I used to work for Papa Joe's, female impersonators, and I would go there from 6:30 at night to, I believe it was two in the morning, and then from 3 in the morning I would go on the Canal Street and work at the strip club, which was for females, was actual females. Now, I don't have my operation. I don't have a vagina. I still have my unit, as you would say. But at this, I can hide it very well when I want to. Let's just put it that way. I can hide it very, 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 very well. So let's see. I was working up at at the Monkey Bar for about 3 months. And one night I saw this guy. I'm not going to name any names because he probably knows who he is, or I don't know what. I mean, he's a lawyer, so. But anyway, I met this guy, and we're going to call him. We're going to call him John. John. Get it? So yeah, grab yourselves a little drink, have a sippy. So I'm there. It's my turn to start dancing on stage, and I see this guy, and he happens to give me $1 and my G-string and whatnot. I sit down, and we talk. I mean, we talk for a long time, which was kind of odd because I'm supposed to be making money, instead of just sitting there conversating with customers. But that night I didn't make any money because I was just too involved with this guy. Let me see. Well, how can I explain how he looks like? I want to say he looks like a mixture of Ray Liotta and Brad Pitt, but he has dark hair like mine, and beautiful, beautiful light eyes. And at that time, when I was in there, in that place, I would have to hide who I was. They didn't. I mean, I didn't tell. Hey, I'm transgendered. I wasn't supposed to say anything like that. So I never told this guy what I was. Never. So for 3 weeks, almost a month, he kept going in there, and we befriended each other. And he came out and he asked me, can I take you out? And I was like, okay, that's fine. Well, I had given him my address. I had given him my telephone number, which is something that you're not supposed to do. Don't do it, girls. But I don't know. There was just something about him that me and him clicked. He was just very, very nice. And I liked the way he talked to me, the way he approached me. He made me feel good. So, we dated. He came and picked me up, at my house, and I was rooming with my one of my good friends. Her name is Maria. She was also a transgender woman, but you can tell a little bit more from her. So I don't know if he could tell because he never asked me. He was like, is your friend transgender or anything like that? Especially being in New Orleans, the home of transgender women and gays and and all that bullshit. And I remember one time we've have been dating for like a month, almost a month and a half. And he had asked me to go to his apartment, and it was beautiful. Oh my God. I was like, oh, wow. Look at this. It was just like an old Victorian house. And, but it wasn't a house. It was like more than an apartment, like a duplex. And I remember him wanting to, like, get in my pants. And I was like, I cannot do that. And he was very respectful. He was never like forceful on me or anything like that. Very disrespectful. He was nothing like that. He was very true, like a true gentleman should be. And, I mean, we messed around. We kissed, I went, I did things with him, but I would not let him do things with me. The only thing I did would probably just take my shirt off, and I would still have my jeans on. And to come to this day, it's kind of odd because he would never ask me. But I guess he was being respectful, not to touch me down there. But let's just skip ahead. And we've been dating for about 3 months. 3 good months, okay? And he had asked me if, hey, I want to take you out. I was like, all right. So that night, my roommate, Maria, had told me, you need to tell him. You need to tell him you're T-girl, because if not, who knows what he could do. And I was like, okay, that's fine, because at that time I was like maybe 21. I was still young, whatever. Girls, let me tell you this. I spent about $250 getting my hair done. I had it cut, I had it dyed, I had it highlighted, I had it boom, boom, boom. I remember him picking me up that night, and he was like telling me, God, you are so gorgeous. You're so beautiful. He grabbed me by my hand, and he opened his door to the car. He gave me some flowers. And I remember him taking me to the, if anybody lives in New Orleans, he took me to the Dragon's Dungeon, if anybody knows where that is. It's such a cool place. It's very dark, very dim, very gothic, but a lot of people go there. Excuse me. And I remember we were having a candlelight dinner, and we were ordering drinks, and, we almost ordered. I think we got as far as ordering our wine and maybe an appetizer. But I was like, look, I have to tell you something. And he's like, what is it? And I was like, well, I'm not what you think I am. I know we've been dating for almost 4.5 months or whatever. And I think that, we've been getting a little close, because this guy has been taking me out to, like, clubs. He's been taking me out to, like, concerts, live concerts. He even took me to this one secluded like a restaurant, kind of like a secluded club where these older people would go and dance, like, what is that called? What is that dance called? Like, it's not like square dancing, but more like a fast-paced waltz. Anyway, we would go to places like this, and then, I would get very intimate with him, but I would not let him be intimate with me. And he was like always wondering why. Anyway, he even take me to horse racing, guys. Anyway, I was like, dude, I have to tell you something. I was not born a girl. And when I mean his eyes went from this to this, like a dark cloud came over my eyes, and I can feel like something rushing in his head. And he was like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, I'm not kidding you. I know we've been dating for so long, and I know you're getting feelings for me, and I have feelings for you, because you have been such a gentleman to me. You have been a true man, and this is something that I want to keep going. I want to keep pursuing. Well, he orders, the check or whatever. He said, "Well, we gotta go because we want to. I want to keep talking about this." So we paid our checks and we walk out. We go into the car, and he has like a truck, and it sits like two people. I believe it was a Ford truck, and I remember it was only like almost 6:30, and I had to be at work at the Papa John's, the female impersonator club, but he didn't know that. And he was like, we were driving, and he was like, I just can't believe this. And then he was like, how can I just be so blind? And then he just looked at me and he said, "Get out of my car. Just get out of my car." I was literally like 20 miles away from my job. I walked the whole way. I walked the whole way to work, devastated, because I had hurt this man. I think I hurt him. I know I must have hurt him because I know he had feelings for me. But I was so devastated, and as time went by, he never picked up my phone calls. He never looked for me that I know of at that time. Well, let's skip ahead maybe 4 months down the road. I remember hanging out in front of my doorway with my roommate, Maria, the transgender girl. And I remember hanging out outside, and from my door I can see like down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see down the street, where like on this side would be a bar, just as a bar, off the wall bar or whatever. And I remember seeing his truck there. Now, this bar is nothing but gay people, transgender people. It's called the Back Hole. So it's a place that I know he would never have gone to. There's no way he had gone there ever. I happened to see him there, and I believe in my heart that he was probably looking for me, and he never found me, because I was kind of scared to approach him because I thought that he might wanted to like hurt me, or I don't know. I remember seeing him parked in front of the doorway, walking in and walking right out and leaving. And from then on, I had never seen him again or heard from him. So I guess that's just one of my little stories of like, I guess being heartbroken, because I really liked this guy, and I wasn't really thinking about it. I was still young. I was a little stupid, but I felt that he would, have some kind of understanding, because we had dated so long. We almost dated like for almost 4 or 5 months. So I kind of thought that he would have some kind of understanding, some kind of compassion, especially the way we were. We were like this, and he would tell me things that, only a girl wants to hear. I'm going to take you away from this place. You'll never have to strip again, blah, blah, blah. And it just kind of broke my heart. And I hope that he's doing okay, because he was a lawyer. I mean, he had great potential, so I'm sure he got himself a good wife, and hopefully he's doing good. If you are watching this video and you remember me, or you ever come across this video and you ever see me, hey, I hope you're doing okay, and no hard feelings, I hope, So anyway, that was just one of my little stories that I've been taking too much time. So, yeah, so that's what happened to me one time. But anyway, let's stay tuned till next time. Make sure you thumbs up this video, subscribe to me, and please share, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that had gone through something like this. So anyway, thank you for listening, and anyway, we'll keep in touch, okay? Bye.